Okay, good morning everyone and welcome to our Sunday morning meditation. So, we are learning these days about the foundation of mindfulness, the very wonderful, excellent sutta um, taught by the Buddha. This teaching about the mindfulness for foundation of mindfulness is considered in Buddhist tradition the taught by every Buddhas. This is very fundamental. This sutta, um, Satipatthana Sutta, the way of the way of establishing mindfulness, the teaching of this, the mindfulness, Kayanupassana, contemplation on body, feeling, mind, and dhammas. So this is considered by this is the very uh, important teaching taught by every Buddhas. So usually in America, meditation is considered in as relaxation. So it is very simple in concept about meditation. It's very simple. But in Buddhist meditation is quite uh, deep meaning. Uh, Today we are learning about the contemplation on body. So that's explained in the sutta. There are many way of practicing this meditation techniques. In this sutta has explained in 6 ways, 6 ways practicing and contemplation according to the body, developing mindfulness, following body. So the first one we learned last time about the breathing. Breathing is the one way of uh, including the contemplation on body. So breathing. The second one is called posture. Posture means if someone walking and he simply get to know walking meditation. He's simply know I'm walking. If he is standing and he simply know he is standing. And he is sitting and he simply know he is sitting. Then he knows what he is doing at the moment. That's the mindfulness on the present moment. If he is sleeping and he simply know he is sleeping, it means he know at the moment. His knowledge, his awareness, mindfulness at that moment. He focus into that moment, not wandering anywhere else. He is living in the moment. That's the simple second way of practice of mindfulness according to the posture, walking or standing, sitting or sleeping. That's the second way. Actually, even deep of these every moment, even in the breathing meditation, and we consider the breath is not a person, breath is not a I or mine or myself. And it is considering going to a deep considering. Even in the when someone walking and he know this walk by this physical body, not a sentient being. This is what is called say ajjatang va kaya kayanupassi viharati, bhaidha va kaya kayanupassi viharati. It means he considering himself and focusing into himself, his own body, and the external bodies, and who is sitting in the moment, standing or sleeping by himself, and focusing onto other people's, and he is simply noticing this physical body is standing, sleeping, and walking, not a person or sentient being, or self or soul. So this is what is called um, yata yatanam pajan. Eh, however is the posture is uh, happening. So then he considered in the physical body as according to that posture, not as sentient beings. Oh, also it is say um, यावदेव ज्ञानमत्ताय patisatimmattaya nachakinchi loke upadhyati. So then he focusing into that moment and considering it is uh, samudaya dhammanupassiva. He looking for arising of the body. Vaya dhammanupassiva, cessation of the body, passing away of the body. And the arising and cessation, and considering at the same time arising and cessation of the body. So, he considering it is arising and ceasing, impermanent, temporary. Then he, nachakinchi loke upadit, he is not grasping anything, anything, any, anybody. He not grasping anything in the world. And he living without covetousness, abhijja domanasa, covetousness and unpleasant thoughts, without covetousness or greed or attachment or unpleasant thoughts, and he living without grasping anything in the world. This all meditation is going to deep understanding. Then the Buddhist meditation taking a practitioner into a deep understanding. Because when this sutta begin, it is said, Ekayanu ayambhikkhave maggo. This is the one way, one and only way to Sattana Visuddhya, purification of the sentient beings. You see, this sutta is taking meditation techniques, taking you to a purification. And then the domanassanang atta, dukkha domanassanang attangamaya, get rid of the all unpleasant and painful feelings. Nyayasa adhigamaya, achieving a special knowledge. Nibbanasa satchikiriyaya, attainment of the nibbana, enlightenment. This Buddhist meditation is focusing into a deep situation and taking us to a deep understanding and deep realization. It begins simply and going to deep. So the Buddhist meditation, today we are going to practice meditation about the focusing, contemplating a repulsiveness of the body, and then the wisely considering the elements of the body. The two things together we're going to practice today. Let's see how we can do this. So I said, according to the contemplation on the body, there are 6 ways explained in this sutta, 6 ways. One is breathing, and second one is the posture, sitting or standing or sleeping. Third one is the considering situational situation, and we're going to learn it later. Today we're going to learn it later. And then the fourth one is the considering the repulsiveness of the body, and then the 4 elements. And then the last one is the 9 steps of the corpse. So then these all teachings and take us to a deep understanding about this physical body, right? The corpse is related to this body. So then it's going to give us a right and right understanding about this, the physical body we are attached so much. So then you don't have to worry about this meditation repulsiveness or something like that, or corpse. What are these meditation? And Buddhist meditation is focusing you into a permanent, the steady peace, release, freedom, liberation. So if we have that, we don't have to worry about relaxation or stress. deduction or something. Nothing to worry about that, right? Okay. Okay, you may gently close your eyes and keep your back straight. And then take a deep breath and slowly let go. Keep taking deep breath a couple of times and slowly release. Let go your tension, stress, and relax. So just imagine from your head to your feet, your physical body, and imagine your sitting position, your sitting posture, and pay attention to your whole body. Meditation is taking us to and leading us to right understanding, true understanding. And it is giving light to reality, to true nature, opening our eyes to reality and true nature. No matter our attachment, our greed, our hate, our lust, whatever is nothing with reality. Reality is the reality, true nature is the true nature, if we believe or not, but reality is exist. True nature is never change. True nature is changing, exactly, but the true nature is the true nature is exist. We believe or not, but it's never going to be different. So this physical body, contemplating on the body, kaya anupassana meditation, leading us to understand the reality of this physical body. And top of the head we have the hair, 31 parts of this body, hair. And you may simply think your hair, from your birth to now, you have cut off so much your hairs. So what happened to those hairs? Those hair is all gone. Maybe they have connected with earth, decayed, decomposed, and have gone back to the earth. But it was yours and you thought, that's my hair. It is not yours anymore. So hair is impermanent, temporary, and subject to vanish. Then as something, hair is not something to attach or be greed into it or hold into it. Whatever hair you remain right now, and you're going to lose. Those old hair now you are combing, washing, cleaning, putting some good shampoos. So no matter how much you love it, but the nature and reality is never be different. This hair finally will be connected, emerged with the earth. It is not yours anymore. It is not you or yours or your soul or your permanent entity anyway. Now you think it is you or yours or something in like your soul. Try to find out yourself the reality of your hair. Keep moment your attachment and your greed and your concept about that for a minute and open your mind into reality and true nature. Try to find out it could be something different or something else as you wish or you want. Don't afraid to understand. It release your stress. It release your anxiety. It release your fear, attachment, and make you free and happy. So next, your body hair, the same thing. What happened to the hair, head hair, same thing happening to the body hairs. So much hairs you lost, removed, and what is remain and will be vanished. Then, next about the nails. So nails you are caring, you painting, you coloring. So, and you pay so much attention. Your fingernails or toenails, so much nails you already have cut off and throw away. So from the birth until to now, so much nails already vanished and gone, disappeared, decayed, decomposed. It is not yours anymore. It is not you or your soul. It's the element of the earth and connected to the earth. Whatever nails now remain on your fingers or toes is also going to be cut off and throw away and will connect it to the earth, will be disappeared and vanished. It doesn't matter how much you like it, you attach to it, you enjoy it. But the reality, it is become decayed, decomposed, and vanished. It is not you or yours or your soul. You may try to find out anything different of your nails. We die anyway. After death, what is remained and will be vanished. That's the reality and true nature as you consider as your body. The I consider as my body, this hair, head hair, body hair, and nails. The reality through nature is decaying, decomposing, and vanishing, disappearing. And then teeth, and so many teeth you have lost or lose. So from the after birth, and you got a very new first teeth, tooth and teeth, then they're all gone, and you got another new ones, whatever now you have, and you losing one by one of them. They already have connected into with the earth, decayed, decomposed, vanished. We love to our teeth. We brush them every day, very caring, going to doctors, taking medicine, and we want to keep it bright and nice, clean. If you not brush it, and it's going to be so ugly and bad, then we clean it, but we lose it. Then when we lose one of your teeth, don't be mad, or don't get anxiety. Don't become anxiety. The reality of the teeth is losing, decaying, and vanishing. After death, definitely it will be vanished. We're not able to even find where is my teeth, where is my this teeth, that teeth, tooth. We're not able to find. They will get connected with the earth. And this is the reality of the teeth. Okay, just skip some and just jump to our heart. The heart is the most important part of this life. Keep you alive. So hard. Just try to find out the reality of your heart, and you get some problems. So you go in heart doctor to keep save your heart from the attacks. Unhealthy, but slowly and slowly it's getting decaying, become weak. That's the nature. Getting sick. One day it will stop and die. It's going to connect with the earth. There are no more heart, and we're not able to find anywhere. Heart is not I or mine or myself. But while we live in, we get so much hurt. It's hurting our heart, breaking our heart. So many things. By so many things we get hurt and broken and pain. So it is because of the attachment and greed or hate, whatever it is, that's the things, something else. But the reality of this physical heart, bodily heart, is decaying, dying, vanishing. It is not I, mine, or myself. So then jump into your brain. That's your machine. And all the skills, your skills, and that's the machine of this whole physical body, and keep you walking, bending, stretching, talking. So this brain, what is the reality and true nature of the brain? It could be something different from the hair, head hair or body hair, or nail or teeth. The same thing. Become decay, dying, and vanishing. But so many things give us headache, make brain confused, upset of the system, give pain. It is because of greed, hate, attachment, whatever, something else, something different, something else. But this physical brain, the reality of the brain is getting decay, become weak, and getting sick and ill and die. And get connected with earth, emerge into earth. There are no more brain to find out. Brain is not I or mine or myself. So go back one by one into the parts of your body, your lungs, your kidneys, your intestines, mm, your flesh, the skin and flesh, bones, bone marrows, and go one by one into your body. And we carry so much and spend so much money to keep healthy, to keep safe, to keep active with good function. But now open your mind to reality. What's going to happen unto them? Then is this body is I or mine or myself? Any part of this body? I or mine or myself? Or whole parts? Whole thing is I or mine or myself? After vanished, where is the I? Where is mine and myself? This whole body made by four elements: earth element, water element, heat or fire element, and air element. This whole body made by these elements. It has hair, the physical elements: hair, body hair, nail, teeth, skin, flesh, bones, heart, liver, kidneys, brain. Then the water elements like blood, fat, tears, snot, breeze, saliva, and these are the water elements. Finally, whatever made by this body, earth elements get joined with the earth, going into earth. There are no more as I or mine or myself. The water elements, bile, pus, blood, these whole watery things will emerge with the water and will get connected with the water. There are no I or mine or myself. Whatever we consider my blood, my tears, there are no more I or my mine. And then heat element and keep you alive, the temperature of your body. They make your hair decay, the heat make your hair skin decay. The heat keep you alive, and heat digest your food, and then heat rising in the eyes and in the heart. There's many different heat elements. The heat in the body is get connected with the heat, fire. And any heat temperature, hot temperature of the body is not I or mine or myself. Element. Your breath and keep you alive is attached to your body and keep you breathe in and out. That's the one air. The some air make you cough, coughing, and take your food and water up, bring the things up, throw away from your nose and mouth, and that type of air. And then these are some different type of air, and take your food into your stomach and keep removing your urine and feces, um, taking things down and take them away from the body. That different air. And air is running through your hands and your legs, in your whole body. Some air in your stomach and out of the stomach. These all different type of air is not I or mine or myself. This air will get connected with the air. Then meditate whatever we consider as very important parts of the body, like heart, brain, teeth, hairs, eyebrows, eyelids, nails, skin, flesh, kidneys, lungs, whatever, blood, tears, saliva, breath, and heat. This whole thing is not I or mine or myself. It is arising and temporary existing with changing, and then will disappear, vanish. There are no I or mine or myself, nothing to attach, nothing to be anxious, nothing to be so much greed, nothing to hate into your own body or into anyone else's body. Nothing to attach, nothing to hate, nothing to be confused or jealous, or pride, or disgust, nothing to be stressed or anxious. It is temporary. It's not I, mine, or myself, or it's not you or you or yourself. These are the elements, air, falling, appearing and disappearing, impermanent and temporary, and non-self. And focus into yourself, compare to with your body, with these elements, and compare the external body of your mother, father, brother, sister, your sons, your daughter, your husband, your wife, anyone else in the world. So what is the reality and true nature of this body and elements? So then keep your palms together, Now we are meditated on this physical body. We, from your head to your feet, sole of your feet, and whole parts of body and elements, impermanent, temporary, rising and falling, origin, decaying and vanishing. The problem is not with this body. It is about the considering, view, understanding, believing, concept, ideas, thoughts, attachment, greed, hate, delusion. So say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay.
That was wonderful, Bhante.
Yeah, I think you understand this meditation. Yeah. If you have any question, you can ask. Then get to take a break for minutes. Then we're going to learn the rest of the sutta. Who is the Chris Webel or Webel? Hello, Chris Webel and Yuan Jiang. I don't have seen you before here.
Sorry, I'm here. I just sorry, I'm late. And yeah, you call me. Sorry, you call me. I'm just make a meditation. So I have I have not this. Sorry for that. So what's your question?
No. This is your first time?
Yes. Because today I have a time, so I came to your class. Yesterday I was busy, so I always your meditation class.
Thank you for joining us.
And also I'm a beginner, just a beginner.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your teaching. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. We are learning Satipatthana Sutta. If you want to receive the link of the sutta and give your email to Michael. If anyone don't receive the details of the sutta we're learning and discussing, and give the email to Michael, Michael will add you onto our group. So then, do you have any question about the meditation practice today or anything? Okay. Okay, we good to go? Okay, homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Worthy One and fully enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, you can see the sutta on your screen. Michael sharing that sutta. So we are learning Satipatthana Sutta. There are four, right? Four uh, mind, four foundation of mindfulness. There are four ways to develop mindfulness. The first one, the kaya anupassana, contemplating on body. Vedana anupassana, contemplating on feeling. Chitta anupassana, contemplating on mind, thoughts. According to the kaya anupassana, contemplation on body, and there are six ways. In this text in 6 ways. First one is breathing. That's one way. Second one is the posture. Stand. This is Wi-Fi is not as steady. Mm. If you're standing, you know standing. If you're sitting, you know sitting. If you lie down, you know lie down. That's been the awareness, the at the moment what you are doing. That's the second way. It's called iriyapata, pub, position, posture. Mm. If then you are you when you are walking, you know you walk. Now you are not anywhere. You are at the moment, right? If you are standing and you not live anywhere and thinking something else, and your attention, your focus, your awareness onto yourself, you know I'm standing and that's moment. Then you sitting, you know sitting. Why we uh, we we pay attention to that moment, the position. That's the way of practicing and developing mindfulness. When we keep paying attention to that where you are, so it's develop awareness and mindfulness. But if we walk, but we don't know. It's going like a autopilot way, and we walk habitually, but we don't pay any attention. But we thinking something else, and we keep walking. Sometimes we get accident. I saw some people keep walking with phone, and they're going to jump into the uh, somewhere and get accident just because just not paying attention to that moment. But when we learn to, when we make an habit to paying attention to that moment, we don't have to meditate. Meditation is not always crossing legs and keep palms onto palm and to closing eyes, and it's not meditation. That's one way of meditation. That's called breathing meditation, anapanasati, right? That's another way of meditation. Most the people have an idea. The meditation is something sitting down somewhere, closing eyes, and that's what's meditation. Buddhist meditation is wide. That's the meaning of meditation. Is this is so we can meditate in any position by paying attention to that moment. That is called Kriyapata Pabbya. It means paying attention to this that position. Okay, next step is called Sampajana Pabbya. Sampajana. Sampajana means having a good knowledge, having paying attention, same thing. Jhana means knowing. Sampajana means the knowing is right knowing. Very good knowing. And this is explaining abhikante patikante. If I walk forward, then I know I'm walk forward. Abhikante. If I walking backward, then I know I'm walking backward. Patikante. Then alokite. If I looking at ahead, I know I'm looking at ahead. Vilokite. If I looking at aside or back, then I know I'm looking aside or back. Samminjite. When I bending hand, I know I'm bending hand. If I bending leg, I know I'm bending leg. Pasarite. If I stretching out hand, I know I'm stretching out hand. I stretching out leg. And then samminjite pasarite. Saite, kaite, pite. When I eating, when I chewing, when I drinking, when I tasting, I know I'm chewing, I'm eating, I'm drinking, I'm tasting. Sampajanakari hoti, having a good knowledge about that situation. This is called situational comprehension, situational mindfulness, sampajana pabbya. So it is not only that. Uchchao passava kamme, going to bathroom, urinating. While I'm urinating, I know I'm urinating. Passava kamme. May release in feces, and I know I'm relieving feces. So with knowing, we do it with knowing. In every action of body, do with knowing, with focus, with awareness, with mindfulness, and with knowing. This is the another way of develop mindfulness. Sati. Right? You know sati? Yes, sati, mindfulness. Yes, sati, mindfulness. Anapanasati, breathing, mindfulness and breath. So then when we're walking forward or backward or looking ahead or aside or bending or stretching limbs, hands or legs, or rising or bending head, um, or even chewing, eating, drinking and tasting, even urinating and fishicating, whatever the word. So those all kind of things when we doing, we do it with knowing. That's the one good way of develop mindfulness. So actually each and explaining the same thing is explaining again and again. What's that things? Do you remember? Anyone remember? Mm. Ajjatang va kaya kayanupassya viharati. Paying attention into himself, oneself, body, right? You paying attention to into myself. Then Bahiddhava Kaya Kayanupassivirati. Then I paying attention to someone else's body, external body, anyone else's body. The same thing. He is walking forward, going backward, looking ahead, looking aside, stretching and bending, stretching, or chewing, eating, whatever is things, and we can develop our mindfulness even paying attention to someone else. Instead, and having some wrong ideas or wrong attachment to hating someone else, and we can pay attention to their the situation of them and their position or their action, and then we can develop our mindfulness. By thinking, oh, his dress is nice and very expensive. His perfume is very nice and expensive. His nail and hairs are so beautiful. You then don't want to be attached or hate or jealous, something to instead become something different, and we can, yes, his hair, her hair, what is her hair, what's the nature of her hair. You know, when we practice mindfulness, that's when we see something like that. That's what is come to our mind. The hair is removing, decaying, decomposing, and vanishing. No matter how much she likes to her hair, and so no matter how it is looks like or beautiful, uh, but the reality and true nature is something different, right? Then paying attention to external body or things, and we can uh, develop mindfulness. Even when someone become nice or get angry or get mad or do something good or bad, so then we don't want to, because here says then ajjata bahiddhava, in paying attention to internal and external, and then then paying attention to rising of the situation, the disappearing or vanishing of the situation of body, or then the rising and vanishing together, and then especially says atti kayoti vapanassa me satipachu pattito hoti. This is only a body, not a soul, not a self. This is after every this step, this is explaining again and again. Atti kayotiva panasa satipachupattito hoti. This is only body, not the self, and then they establish the mindfulness onto it, and then nachakinchi loke upadhyati, not grasping anything in the world, not covetousness or unpleasant thoughts about anything. Live without attachment and greed and hate. So then after every steps, after each steps, and these praises we can read again and again, again and again, paying attention to himself and unto others, and at the same time, internal and external body, paying attention into internal and external, and rising and falling, and this same time rising and falling together, and then establish mindfulness onto that, and then not become covetous or greed or attached or hate to anything, and live without grasping anything in the world. Okay, that's the situational mindfulness on situation. Um, hmm. So, do you have any question or anything to share with us that situational mindfulness?
I did have a question, Bhante, if
Mm.
no one else does.
Yeah. You don't have?
The question I have is about observing, contemplating the body internally and externally.
Mm.
I got confused because you said the external contemplation is about contemplating other people's bodies,
Mm.
and I had always thought that that means like looking at my body from the outside, like the way my body would look as if someone else was seeing it.
Mm. I think, that's mean paying attention to the external things is out of you, because you already putting into yourself. It's called ajat, himself. Abhidha means is external. Then even we don't attach into myself or into someone else or something else.
So internal, you're saying, is looking at the entire body, but as if we were actually inside the body, like it seems. You know, it seems like we're inside the body. So contemplating the body internally is looking at the body like from the inside. And you're saying contemplating the body externally is looking at some other body.
Someone else.
Okay.
There's the Pali term called ajat bahid. That means someone and someone else. It means himself, oneself, and then the myself and someone else.
That seems like it makes it much more difficult. I mean, when I look at someone else, then it's much more difficult for me to control my attention. I think I need a lot more skill to look at someone else's body, than my own. At least that's my impression. Like I would be, someone else's body may trigger unwholesome, states, I think, quicker than looking at my own body.
Yeah. I think it is because then we have attachment to onto our body, ourselves. We attach to ourselves. Oh, this is my hair, my skin, my flesh, my eyes, whatever it is. So also we attach to someone else. That's we attach to external things, even to the people. So then we get attached and greed and hate because of the things we see. But the reality and nature is same thing. Into myself and to others are the same reality. Then that's, I think, this purpose of this the meditation, the way of meditate on this way is the not become attached onto himself or someone else.
Would you say that the best way to contemplate internally is to actually see my own body as if it was someone else's? And is that the goal here, that I should have the perspective on my own body as if it's not mine, just like someone else was looking at it?
Mm. I think the purpose is understanding this is body is impermanent and temporary, not a self,
not mine.
not mine. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because when I look at someone else's body, I know it's not mine.
Even yeah, when we looking at someone else, that body is not him, their self, themselves, or himself, or herself, or themselves. That's what we understand.
It's not themself. I'm looking, in other words, I'm looking at you and I'm saying that's not Bante.
Yeah, you can say, yeah, it's not this Bhante, it's not this hair. Oh, I don't have hair. This, the teeth, the teeth of the Bhante is not his or himself. His skin, his flesh, whatever, it is not him or his or himself. It is impermanent, temporary, rising and falling, disappearing. The whatever we consider ourselves, we same way consider to other things and other ones.
So I'm saying that, okay, okay. Yeah, that's.
If I may interject one thing, we contemplate internally to realize the impermanence of ourselves. Then we see others and we contemplate their impermanence. So what we're doing is we're observing impermanence everywhere. And like if someone is mean to you on the road or whatever, there's no reason to have temper back at them because they're impermanent, they're passing, they're arising, they're falling. If you see a beautiful woman or man, you don't attach to it because you realize that it's all impermanent. And so what this is everything in the world is arising and falling and is impermanent. So I think that's what it means when you say you're meditating on the internal or the external. You're meditating on yourself, the body parts is all impermanent. And then when you see something in the world, you realize everything you see is impermanent. I think that's what it means. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Mandy, can I say something?
Yeah.
I agree with I agree with him. So I think everything is changing all the time, including our body. And also, you taught us is observe and be aware of yourself at the moment. Even if I'm eating, even we are sitting, we are reading, and be aware of ourself. What are you doing now at the current moment? Just at the current moment, and focus on that, and to improve our concentration. And I think the essence of meditation is awareness. So you always emphasize on awareness. Be aware of doing something internal and external. And to the observing external, even if someone or something, and be you can I think it be aware of something, and then you will be some. For us, we are human beings. Maybe reaction to the external environment, and also at the same time be aware of yourself. But you cannot control the external environment because it is uncontrollable. But the one thing is, and how to stimulate, how to react to the external environment, and maybe this external environment will give you some stimuli through advertisement or some bright color or other cues. And I think why do we make meditation? And this is your choice. You can choose to react to the response to the external stimuli, or maybe you can no reaction and also be always focused on ourselves. And this is a choice. That's what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Mm. Yeah, I think we cannot control even ourselves or someone else, but we paying attention to understand the reality and true nature by be aware on that the things. So this sutta one by one is explaining um, the same thing. That's what I keep saying. And the paying attention, we consider myself, this is my own nature, and this is the someone else's nature or something else nature. So then that's the abhijja domanasang. Why we getting greed or we get attached. It is because we consider it is as a permanent, or we get having pleasant thoughts about, which means we get attached, and or if not we hate. It is if it is not pleasant. So this is the problem. So to solve this problem, then this is sutta the suggest. Then you pay your attention to yourself and understand your nature, and this is the other one's nature, or in some other things' nature. It's nothing to attach or grasp, because the nature rising and disappearing, it's not existing there. So then it's better to stay away and not without attachment or hate onto it. So this is why ko nachakinchi loke upadhyati, and not grasping anything, and live without covetousness and live without attachment and hate. And then here says, in sutta says, this is wonderful actually. It again and again says, then the atti kayotiva panasa satipachupatito hoti. Then I establish my mindfulness. It is simply a body or element. That's what is, as we consider as a person, and we simply attikayoti. It is only a body, only a thing. Right? Brain is a body, heart is a body, teeth is a body, nail is a body, skin is a body, flesh is a body, bones are body. These all are physical thing. Kaya means physical thing, body. So it is only a physical thing. Attikayatiwa panasa satipachupatito hoti, and establish mindfulness unto that physical thing. Then yavade jnanamattaya, and then having a good knowledge about it. Patisati mattaya, establishing awareness onto that thing and moment, understanding. Anisitocha viharati, and that's the important another word. Anisitocha viharati, and live without craving or wrong view. Living without craving and wrong view. Anisita. Anisita means living without craving or wrong view. It means not then we don't have a wrong view about whatever we see, and also even we don't have attachment or craving or desire about it. Anishitocha viharati, live without craving. And nachakinchi loke upadhyati, not grasping anything in the world. Evampiko bhikkave kaya kayanupassi viharati. This is how monks, someone contemplate on body in the body. Okay. So then let's go to Patikula Manasikara Pabbe. Patikula means the repulsiveness, and we did already meditate on it. Then the meditator consider as like this. From the top of the head unto the feet, sole of the feet. And this whole body has filled with many things. With what? Kesa, head hair, body hair, nails, teeth, sinews, skin, sinews, flesh, bones, bone marrow, kidneys, heart, livers, diaphragm, lungs, so small intestines and large intestines, and not digested food and digested food, bile, phlegm, pus, blood, sweat, fat, tears, saliva, grease, snot, and then the urine. And this body has these kind of things. And Buddha giving a simile to understand this. This is a bag, and Buddha gave a simile. This is a bag. Bag is filled with rice, beans, wheats, sesames, and many different things in here. Mentioned many different the grains, different grains, and bag is filled with the grains, different grains. Then someone open the mouth of the bag, open it completely. He is open the bag. Then he see, looking into it. Then he see, oh, this is the rice, and this is the bean, and this is the wheat, sesame, and then he understand the different types of grains. Then because he opened it, and now he can see. So likewise, then someone looking at to this body, oh, this is the hair, body hair, nail, teeth, skin, flesh, sinews, bone marrows, heart, kidneys, liver, then all the type of body parts, and he get right understanding. This is what it is. Like when you open the bag and see what in it, and we can have a clear view about that. Likewise, we paying attention to this body and understand the each one by one of all parts of the body. So and okay. And also says these all are repulsive, repulsive, non-pleasant. We cleaning hair every day and we love to hair. But what about if you see the hair on your plate, food plate? It is pleasant. We are very caring hair, we love hair, but we're not happy to see the hair on the plate, food plate. What about the teeth? What about nail on your food? Maybe even your nail, your teeth, or whatever. Yeah. So it's repulsive. The reality is repulsive. We considering because we love to say it is beautiful, nice, and this is how we do whole world, ordinary world, considering. But the reality, even the heart, when you take out the heart, it's not a pleasant thing. Even the bad smell. Even blood is a bad smell, right? The smell bad, tears and whatever snot or saliva. This all have the smell. Smell is bad. The appearance, the structure is also the bad. Heart is like this. Maybe heart is beautiful. We say, but it's the color is the 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 meaning is. It's nothing any thing to consider as pleasant. It's repulsive and impurity, impurity, impure. Each part of this body is impure. So then, by considering like that, then he consider ajjatang va kaya kanupassivirati. Then he paying attention into himself, his hair, his body hair, and then his skin, nails, teeth, flesh, bones, and all heart, lungs. Paying attention to himself. Then he paying attention to external. External means the someone else in the out of him, out of his body, and the other bodies, others' hairs, nails, teeth, skin, or whatever. and then they are also repulsive, yeah, impure. Then he paying attention to himself and someone else, and both together. And also, and he see the arising himself body, and he see arising of others body. Arise in his nail and arise in others' nail. Arise in his own teeth and arise in others' teeth. Ceasing or disappearing, passing away, something losing his hair and losing someone else's hair. And he comparing whatever he see outer world, and he comparing those other the outer things into himself. It is the same. What I am, and he or she is the same. What is my nature? It is the same nature of him or her. And he comparing himself and something else and someone else. And then he live, and he establishes mindfulness. It is simply a body or part of body or physical thing. And establish mindfulness awareness unto that. And he live without attachment and hate, not grasping anything in the world, and become free. Okay, and this is the impurity of the body. Then we're going to one more thing called dhatu manasikara, elements. Elements. Do you know we have 4 elements, right? Anyone remember those elements? Earth, air, water, or fire. Very good. Earth.
Fire, water, air, earth.
Yes. Earth, water, fire, air, elements. According
Now,
to
Bhante, is the fire, is that the spirit kind of,
fire, what?
is that like your spirit? That's what makes you alive, the fire, whatever?
It's a temperature.
Yeah,
Temperature.
temperature.
Yeah, not a self or soul or something. So, and then here, then Buddha says this whole body have earth element, water element, heat elements, and air elements. And Buddha giving a simile here. This butcher or apprentice of a butcher, a trainer of a butcher, and killed a cow and open her body and take all parts out and keep on the table. Then we open our body, then we looking into ourselves. Oh, this is heart, this is lung, this is kidney, this is intestines. And then we looking at to that. There are no different of the killed cow or myself or someone else, the same thing. There are nothing a self, nothing a permanent thing. And the similar, like the killed cow, is the same thing, the me, I, myself. So then he considering this is only a earth element, water element, heat element, and air element. Is nothing, anything else, only elements. And Buddha giving a very good simile in Mahahatti Padopama Sutta. That's a wonderful simile actually. And Buddha says, there's a space. On that space, then someone like to build a house. Then he bring one by one the poles, sticks. Then he stand the sticks one by one. Then he build a house with a roof. So, before he build house, there wasn't anything, right? Just only space. Now he build a house. Now there is a house. There are no space. It's called house, right? It's called house. But this body also the same. and build body, hair, head, hair, skin, nails, teeth, lungs, heart, blood, right? Uh, this whole thing, this body built by these parts. Then when someone removing that one by one of that house, then there are no house. There are no house. It's again empty and space. So this body is like similar to that, the building a house somewhere. So this body built by one get connected to each, then built by this body. But the nature is the one by one is losing and removing. There are no more, and finally. And then in that sutta, Buddha explaining, this is how we supposed to be consider this earth element like an illusion, right? It's nothing, exist, exactly. Earth going to earth, water going to water, right? Heat going to heat, air going to air. That's the nature of the elements. So then the problem of the sentient beings, we have attachment unto ourselves as a soul, as a self, as I, as my. Oh, Buddha explaining in that sutta actually is amazing. In that sutta, Buddha says, then someone hit you, someone slap you, then someone hit you, someone beat you, someone cut you, someone is beating and cutting and hitting you. So then Buddha says, you don't have to become upset, and you don't have to get angry. This is simply a body, physical body like a earth element. And who is punishing and beating and hitting, and this is the other elements. So it's nothing to get angry or anxious or upset or crazy or mad. And Buddha said in that sutta, I'm a practitioner. I'm a follower of the Buddha. How Buddha have explained? Buddha have explained in the Kakachupama Sutta. There is a two persons with sowing, so, and the one is the top, other one in the down, and keep sowing the cut the sowing log. There's a two handle of it. The two person, the main running that sow.
Two-handed saw.
Yeah, two-handed saw. Then Buddha says in that Kakachupama Sutta, someone, the two people, are going to cut you with the two-handle sawing and going to make you. Then, if you get angry, who is cutting and killing you, and you are not Buddha's student, Buddha's follower, and you are not a practitioner. And Buddha said, you are not a practitioner and do what Buddha said to do. And in the Sutta, Buddha says, if someone practice meditation and mindfulness onto elements, and he will be able to do that. Because we simply think these are the elements, nothing I, nothing mine or myself. When we have to that deep understanding and right understanding mindfulness, that's develop mindfulness. That is, then we simply think this is only a body and cut by the elements. So it's not a person. Or then I not become mad when I cut off me, because I know there are no I or mine or myself. So then Buddha said in that sutta, if someone able to bear that pain and die with that pain, not to hate or get angry, then he is the person do what I said to do. Amazing, right? So I think that's enough for today, and we're going to learn rest of thing next week, because someone have visited me and have brought me dana to me. So then I have to join with them, and it's almost 12 now. So before we end, do you have anything?
Igor,
Igor,
I have a
Igor,
question.
yeah.
Yes, nice to see you. Nice to see you, everybody. In psychology, there is some kind of topic subject, boundaries. To set up boundaries. If you cannot control situation, or just you have connection, communication with bad people or whatever, they're trying to set up boundaries. Okay, stay away from it. Or just agree in some kind of this is should be done, this should not, and whatever. But in Buddhism, it's opposite. Compassion, self-compassion, no boundaries.
No.
But if some people you're having deal with, it's some kind of mental disorders like borderline personal disorder or sociopath or whatever. What to do with these people? Because you cannot control their behavior. And what Buddha said in this case, what to do? You can control yourself. You can stay calm and whatever you control, mindful. But another person cannot do it. Screaming, doing something very, very wrong. And question, Buddha. I remember it was a sutta about avoiding wild elephants, snakes, and bad people. And it seems to me it's just trying to compel. Okay, there is psychology, and many people involved, many people trained by professional psychologists to set up boundaries. But my experience, if you set boundaries, if you build a fence, next step you have to go to animal store, buy German Shepherd, and go around this fence every day to control your boundaries, control boundaries. And this is the situation. Okay, on one side, psychology. And another side, it's also psychology, but it's different philosophy, different approach. And what do you think about it?
Anyone?
Well, I think you have to have compassion is the key word. When you see people that are irrational and mean and angry, and they're all that way towards you, like in traffic, for example. You know, it's really tough sometimes, but you have to have compassion. I mean, Bondi was saying that you can't have anger, but you can still defend yourself, but you just can't get mad. But you know, you have to love everyone. You can't have boundaries. You have to have open heart and complete compassion for all sentient beings. You know, everyone, regardless, and it's hard to do. I know.
Yeah, isn't it interesting to note that the Buddha did talk about good friends and not good friends, bad friends, in Dharma friends. And so he recommended that we embrace good Dharma friends, but that we avoid bad Dharma friends. And without going into detail about good and bad in this case, that is a kind of a boundary that the Buddha set for us. So I think that what Igor is talking about, I might have misunderstood him, but I think, Igor, what you're talking about is the difference between my my behavior and how to work with my behavior, and likewise my attitude toward other people's behavior and their behavior per se. In other words, I don't believe there's too much we can do other than extend compassion and universal friendship to others, but for ourselves we can do quite a lot.
Yeah. So we can fix whole entire world and people. So then we always have to face something this kind of situation. So it's better to stay to away, try to stay away and not to have that kind of experience when we have to face into that kind of situation. I think it's better to have a kindness, compassion, forgiveness, or whatever is given up. And even the sutta I mentioned, Buddha, someone hit you, slap you, and then you're not able to get angry with that person. So this is how we develop our mindfulness and understanding this body, and we that's we live in without attachment or hate, no matter whatever it is, the situation, no matter how hard, how injustice, how cruel, so how painful. But our understanding mindfulness is even much stronger, much firm, and much uh, stable, and our view is right and correct, and then we not get angry, not get attached. We live without grasping anything, and with freedom, liberation. So this is how Buddhism lead us to get the final achievement. So then we have to have be patient and kindness, forgiveness, and giving up. So let's keep practicing, and we will try how. So then finally, I think with this practice, this lead you to a peaceful situation. So then let's share the merits with the departed ones and with ghosts and with deities. The all sentient beings share these merits. By sharing these merits, may they all be happy, happy destination, and with by the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and by the power of these merits we accumulated today. You live happily, peacefully, without afflictions, with your family and family members. Your family members live happily and peacefully without any afflictions. Finally, we all be able to attain to enlightenment. Akasattha Chibummattha Deva Naga Mahidlika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasanang Chirang Rakkantu Desanang Chirang Rakkantu Mang Parang Sabbhitiyo Vivajjantu Sabbarugo Vinasatu Mate Bhavatvantarayo Sukhi Digayuko Bhavatu Sabba Mangalang Rakhantu Sabba Devata Sabba Buddhanubhavena Sabba Dhammanubhavena Sabba Sanghanubhavena Sada Sotti Bhavantu Te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. See you next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Next,
okay, thank you.
bye everybody.